Hello. So in today's video, we'll be solving question 26 on the GCSE Maths Foundation Paper 1 paper. It's a non-calculator paper, so we'll not be using our calculator. The question says that Kasim has some small jars, some medium jars, and some large jars. He has a total of 400 jars. 3/8 of the 400 jars are empty. For the empty jars, number of small jars to the number of medium jars is in the ratio 3:4, and the number of medium jars to the number of large jars is in the ratio 1:2. Work out the percentage of Kasim's jars that are empty small jars. So I've just underlined as I went along, just so we could pay attention to the information they have given to us. So the end goal is to work out the percentage of Kasim's jars that are empty small jars. So the first thing we want to do is calculate how many empty small jars there are before we can calculate the percentage. So it tells us that 3/8 of the 400 jars are empty. So we're just going to work out 3/8 of 400. Of means times, so times by 400. So if we just divided 8 by 4, that is 2. Divide 400 by 4, that is 100. And then divide 2 by 2 is 1. Divide 100 by 2 is 50. So 50 times 3 is 150. So we know there are 150 empty jars. Yeah. So it's told us that the empty jars are in the ratio 3:4 for small jars to medium jars. So if I write S here and write M, that is in the ratio 3:4. And then we know medium jars to large jars are in the ratio 1:2. So you just write M to L is in the ratio 1:2. Right, so the medium jars is the middle ground, but we don't have a ratio connecting all three. We only have two separate ratios. So now we're going to try to figure out how to connect all three of them together in the ratio of small to medium to large, which is going to be something to something to something. So because we've got 4 here for the medium ratio and the small to medium one, we're going to try to make the medium one here 4. So we could do that by multiplying 1 by 4. And whatever you do to one side of a ratio, you must do to the other side. So we would just times this bit by 4 and times 2 by 4 as well. So we would have a new ratio of 4:8. And because this 4 is now the same as that 4, we could join the ratios together. So you would have a new ratio of small to medium to large as 3:4:8. Yeah. So what we want to do now is to work out the empty small jars. So if we added this up together, 3 + 4 + 8 is 3 + 4 is 7. 7 + 8 is 15. So that is 15. So to work out the small empty jars, we're going to do 3/15 times by the number of empty jars, which is 150, which we've worked out there. So times by 150. If you take out 15 and 15, you get 1. 15 and 150 is 10. And 10 times 3 is 30. So there are 30 small empty jars. And the question says to find the percentage of Kasim's jars that are small empty jars. So it's not the percentage of the 150 empty jars, it's the percentage of the 400 jars which are empty. So what percentage of 400 is 30? So we're going to do 30 over 400 times by 100, because we know percent means 100, and to find the percentage of any fraction you multiply by 100. So you could just cross out the zeros very nicely. So 0, 0, 0, 0, cross out the zeros there, and then you have 30 over 4. So if you reduce this to the lowest terms, you've got 2 and 4, and you've got 2 and 30 as 15. So you've got 15 over 2, and you could put this fraction as a decimal, which will be 7.5. Yeah, because if we look at it as a mixed fraction, is 7 whole number 1 over 2, and we know 1 over 2 in decimal is 0.5. So you could put it in decimal form as 7.5. So 7.5% of the total number of jars that Kazim has are empty small jars. And that is how to get 5 marks on the GCSE Maths Foundation Paper 1 paper. As the GCSEs are fast approaching, if you've got any inquiries as to tutoring, do make sure to follow the link in the description box for some more information.